It is 38 minutes past 7 o'clock on 99 FM. If you're just joining us, you are making it right on time for this morning's Royal Hustler. As you are aware, and as tradition here on The Ignition, we dedicate our Tuesdays and Thursdays Royal Hustlers to Namibian Royal Hustlers. We're making it big and thriving in the spaces they find themselves in. We always get to hear their personal stories, the background. What is that backbone that they were built on? Well, earlier on this morning, I told you that I'm joined by local goodness in every drop. Yes, I'm joined by the Managing Director of Namibia Dairies, Leonie Prinsloo. Thank you so much for joining us and welcome to 99 FM.
Good morning, everybody out there. Yeah, it was a bit early this morning.
No, thank you.
But amazing to be here, and it was actually so beautiful just driving here and to see, it's still the moon out there and knowing that you're actually in Namibia. Amazing.
And crisp, fresh morning air to go with it.
Crisp.
Listen, let's start at the very beginning, Leonie. Let's tell us a bit about yourself, your background, your growth as a young woman or girl.
Yeah, I was born in Windhoek and actually grew up in Windhoek most of my life. A few years I stayed in Rundu with my parents, but mostly Windhoek.
Rundu?
Rundu of all the places.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
How was that for you?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing. I can recall going the first day to school, and I actually said, okay, now what class am I in? He says, no, you're only 5 in that specific class. So I thought, okay, wow, what an amazing journey it was. And I learned so much about also that environment, because it is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful place to grow up. So I was very privileged to also be able to stay there.
Were you able to catch the lingo, the language?
Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not.
No problem. We'll work on that. So while spending your time out there in Rundu or growing up here in Windhoek, what are some of your dreams that you had as a young girl? What did you want to be growing up?
Well, I can always remember that I wanted to care for people. Somehow, people intrigued me, and how people think and how people prosper. So I'm not sure what I wanted to be at that stage, but I can always remember that people and caring for people were very, very important to me. So, the people part, I can recall at one stage I was thinking maybe a nurse, and then the blood thing didn't work for me. So, I was not quite sure what I wanted to be, but I know that I wanted to be able to make a difference in people's lives.
Were you a straight A student at the time?
Unfortunately not.
Hard work and dedication, right?
Hard work, dedication. It took a lot of hard work. But I mean, that's something that is also important to me, because, these days it is assumed that, if you're a straight A student, you are the good one. And that is not the truth. There's so many children out there that's really struggling, and they're also trying to do their best. And I think we need to, and I believe that we need to see the best in every effort.
Yeah.
And that, I think, will also change the way that we look at people, how do they perform, because for me it is, putting your effort in, giving that 100%,
yes.
and that is good enough.
Yeah. Let's fast forward a few years to your teens or when you went to university. Did you have a side hustle, something on the side to get you extra money or...
Well, I was lucky enough that I didn't need a little bit of extra, but what I actually did is being involved once again into the community, I did a little bit of community work, but I didn't really hustle. I didn't work for some extra money. My parents helped me. There was not that much, but it was enough. So I could recall I got, I think at that stage, 200 South African rands for a month, and you copy the book and then you use the money for something else. So that's how I survived, but no hustling at that stage, of my life.
But your real hustle is now, even.
My real hustle is now, I mean, took some time.
Yeah, coming from a world of telecommunications, then you joined O&L in 2011 as brand manager for Namibia Dairies,
yes, yeah.
And now from the 1st of July in 2020, you were appointed as the managing director of Namibia Dairies. How do you find yourself in this space?
Well, I must say I'm very, very, very excited. But still humble, because it is a very, very, very challenging time, and we need to understand that things are not easy out there. And then also, being a woman, and I'm so thankful for O&L to give me that opportunity to just show that our women can also do the things that men can do. And it's for me so important for younger women to just realize that there's no difference. We can do exactly the same thing. I always say to my daughter, there's two things a woman should have, is a car and your own wallet.
Amen.
So for me, it is absolutely just, an amazing opportunity. Also, it's not easy, it's difficult times, but I quite I quite believe that we can do this.
Yes.
We can make a difference, and we just need to work as a team together. I've got an amazing team at Namibia Dairies. All the employees, they're just amazing people. And together we can get through the storm.
Bringing us local goodness
Absolutely.
in every drop.
Absolutely.
Your motto, the motivation, the why you get up and you do what you do.
The why I get up is absolutely for people to prosper around me, to empower people and to actually just see that growth, and for them to create their own realities, to making that dream a reality. And I think that we are not dreaming enough these days. We just sit back and say, oh, you know, it's so dark around us. And for me, it's really to create that environment where people see the light and believe in themselves and actually prosper. And let's create this amazing country and this amazing space that we can all prosper and live in.
Speaking about people, when you do look at people that you want to work with or that are coming to come and work with you, what are the things and the qualities that you look for in them that, you know, can say, yes, they're going to prosper, yes, we can join them and work together?
For me, it is absolutely around the belief in themselves. I always say that you can teach somebody a skill, but if they don't have that self-belief, or at least being open to
learning,
to learn and to prosper themselves, I think that is the real important thing for me. I really believe that you need to have the willingness and you need to be humble. If you're not humble, if you really think you know it all and you can do it all and you're the best at all, then I really struggle to work with you because there's no such a person out there. So you really need to be able to work in a team and to understand your space that you need to be in to make the team tick. You need to be part of that. Yes. You cannot tick on your own. You need to be part of the team and make sure that that team ticks.
Tick, tick, click, click.
Tick, tick.
Yeah. Success, what does it mean to you? I'm sure that, you know, you feel like you've still got so much to do, especially finding yourself in this new space. But what does success mean to you?
I think that is, for me, it's quite a difficult question because there's so many things that you can actually mention around success. But for me, it is just to sit back. I really would like to sit back in a year from now and say we have taken Namibia Dairies to the next level. But once again, we have taken the people to a next level. And, you know, the other day we had a discussion, and it's also about, you know, we stepping up.
Yeah.
There's no success if you don't step up. And stepping up doesn't mean you need to work harder. You need to work smarter. You need to make use of the environment and the people around you that can absolutely uplift you. So for me, that is the real thing. It is to sit back and to say that to really to be able to say, you know, we made a difference. We made a difference in people's lives. We made a difference in the industry, and we made a difference towards Namibia's dairies. Sustainability for the future.
We're finding ourselves in this very tough time with the COVID-19 pandemic, and obviously we've noticed some opportunities and challenges that have come up. From your perspective, what are some of the things that you've noticed, opportunities and challenges that Namibians are faced with during this time?
So I'm going to start with the challenges. So for me, the challenges is currently we're all in this state of mind that we think, you know, it's just dark. There's no new tomorrow. And I think that brings us back to the opportunities because there's always something that we can do differently. There's always something that we can do better. And I really believe that we now need to find those spaces where we can make things different. I mean, we just had a discussion around how to have meetings and virtual and technology. So we need to use those things towards our benefit and see how we can do things differently. But definitely we also need to change the game. We cannot do things as we have done it before. Yeah. It's clear out there. And I think it's also, for me, it's quite sad, you know, this virus changed so many lives. And we now need to find a way to say, listen, virus, you're not out there, but we're going to forget about you and we're going to change how we think.
Absolutely.
And it's all a mindset as well. Yeah.
Proudly Namibian all the way. Are you excited about the land of the brave?
Absolutely. I love this country.
Yes.
I love the way, you know, the diversity of the country. But I'm also sad for Namibia at this stage. So many things that could have been done better. You know, there's corruption, there's children not going to school. And that's where I believe that we need to take hands and and come together and change Namibia for the better.
Yeah.
And I preach it so much. Buy local, let's support local, let's be proud. Somehow I feel that we can be much more proud if you just, walk around and you see the cleanliness, you see how people do their own thing, how they really try to survive. And we really need to take hands and see that we must make Namibia good for all, so that we are a country that can stand proud out there and say we don't need South African product. We don't need to import. We can do this on our own. And for me, we need to get the country in that state.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You've dropped a couple of gems. I'm going to remember one. It takes a team to make it tick. All right? Thank you very much for your time.
Let's go and tick out there. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
That's the voice of Namibia Dairies Managing Director, Leonie Prinsloo, telling us a bit about herself, her background, what's important to remember as human beings of Namibia, and how excited she is to take forward this company as well as the people that come along with the land of the brave. I'm going to take a sip of my Oshikandela. I'll be right back after this.